Welcome to Math 331. This is lecture, what are we at, 24? 24, I think. So today's a special day. We have two guests, Cameron and Kayla Miller, who are the unofficial TAs for this class and have pretty good Erdős numbers. And so they're going to help us solve the 2x2 cube. So there are certain things you are almost expected to know if you are a math major. And one of the things is somebody should be able to hand you a cube and you should be able to solve it. Now, if you just randomly move the cube, it is unlikely you will get it in a reasonable amount of time. Have we talked about how a Rubik's Cube is a group? So have you all done abstract algebra and group theory? So basically, a group has four things. It has an identity, and the identities just do nothing. It has the inverse, just do all the moves in reverse order. And so this is very similar to when you take the inverse of a product of matrices, you write them in reverse order. What else do we need? We need associativity, not so bad. And we need an identity. Okay, we already did the, so we need closure. And so basically, the group elements are just moves. And what's nice is there's not that many moves. I can twist the top once like this, or 3 times in the other way. So really, that's just one move. And if I twist the top, that's the same as twisting the bottom in the other direction. Do we want to start off with a 2x2 race before we go through how to solve them?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so I'll give you guys the good cubes, and I'll take the weaker cube. All right. All right. We'll wait a quick second. All right, so you can mix that one up quickly. And unfortunately, mixed it up and it got back to the state. So now we're going to be working for the most part with 2x2 cubes today. Okay. Cameron is working on a 3x3 mirror cube. So, all right. Cameron just solved the 3x3 mirror cube. So the 3x3 mirror cube is essentially the same as a regular cube, except you can't tell things by color. You can only tell things by size. It's the same algorithms. All right, so you get 10 seconds typically to look at the cube. 15. All right. You ready? All right, shh, don't be nervous. 2, 1, go. All right, and so the kids are going against me, and they will almost surely beat me because they are better than me. They also have a slightly better cube than me. And so a lot of it is a function of how many other moves you have to do. And so right now, Kayla and I are battling for second. And so I'm not completely dead yet. If you are looking carefully at what my hands are doing, you see I'm doing the same things again and again and again. I am not trying to solve the cube efficiently. And if you've been looking carefully, you'll see I'm not. I'm just trying to get it done. And so I'm doing a similar sequence of moves again. Oh, no, I misdid it. Oh, well. And so I messed it up. I did the wrong one. I was trying to go too quickly. And I didn't bother checking something. Yep, I know. I could have. I know. I could have had you done. Okay.
I didn't think too, Daddy.
Okay. So I want to go through. So hopefully you all have a solved cube right now. If not, good. So mix up the cube. All right. So mix up cube. So this is your cube now. Okay. So most people in the world learn how to do the right side first. We're going to learn how to do the red side first because this way anybody you teach or show will know that you learned from me. Okay? It doesn't really matter which side you use. The method we're going to use until you have your cube. The method we're going to use is not the fastest way to solve the Rubik's Cube. In fact, it might be close to the slowest way possible to solve the Rubik's Cube. The goal is to minimize the number of moves you need to learn. Once you learn the 2x2, you can expand upward to the 3x3. I am happy to meet with you and talk to you about how to do the 3x3. Okay?
Okay.
So the first step is when you notice the 2x2 cube, you've got 4 pieces that have a red and 4 pieces that don't have a red. The ones that don't have a red have an orange. So we want to get the 4 pieces with the red on the top. I don't care if they're all face up. So for instance, right now, this would actually count as all reds on the top because all red pieces are somewhere on the top. They're not all face up. If you can get them face up and in the right direction, that will save you a future step. But step 1 is, can you just play with the cube and get them all on top? Okay. And then the other thing, which I know. I want to just get, I just want to be able to show them something else. I'm going to use Kayla's cube to show one other thing. So it might look on this cube that Kayla and I have done a good job and we have all the reds together on the top and we have the reds solved, but we haven't. And the reason is if you look at it carefully, you can see while these two reds flow to yellow, which is good, if this was solved, this red, yellow, blue should flow to a red, blue, and it's flowing to a red, white. So just because we have all the reds, I wasn't sure if just because we have all the reds on top doesn't mean we've got the top solved correctly. Okay? Okay. So is everybody able to get all the reds on the top? So just so the 4 squares. And we might want to just come a little bit closer to the front so we can all see things. Okay. So I'm going to show you some moves that will help save you some time. The first one, we call this the goodbye friend, hello friend move. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try to solve the reds correctly and save myself some steps later. You're a small class. All right. Here's red, green, yellow. I would love to have a red, yellow here, or I would love to have a red, green over here. And I look and I see here is the red, green piece. And so I just move it around, and I want to move it, let's see, so it comes right next to this piece. Okay? Okay. Okay. Okay, so here, Kayla has a good example of hello friend, goodbye friend. So she's got 3 reds correctly, and she wants to move this red up. Unfortunately, if she moves this red up, she screws up the piece she has behind. So we do a move called goodbye friend, where you move it back out of the line of fire, and then hello friend, you move it up and back. So it's all lined up so it can just walk straight up. And since it can walk straight up, you first move the back out of the line of fire, goodbye friend, move the piece up and then back, hello friend.
Yeah, you should show them what happens if you move in the wrong direction.
If you move in the, I'm not going to show that. And then I want to show one other thing. So the other possibility, whoops. Okay, and the other thing I want to show you is we've got 3 reds correct on the top, but on the bottom, the 4th red is face down, so I can't walk it up. Okay. Yep. And so what I want to do is I want to walk this one up, but it's not positioned properly. So we're going to do something similar to the hello friend, goodbye friend. So what I want to do is I first want to spin this so this is no longer facing down, just somewhere here. So if I spin it like this, so I've got the 2 over here and I spin it like this, now I can move this out of the way and then spin this back. And now it's face down on the bottom, and now we can do standard goodbye friend, hello friend. So if you can do this, that allows you to solve the top a little bit faster. Okay? So let me see if you can solve the top. So if you can solve the top, and so you want to try to get the reds in the right spot. So you've got to flip your 2 other reds. Your red blues are correct, but your other one's in the wrong position. So you want to move them. You want to move one down to the bottom row and then spin it into the right position. Right? Doesn't matter which one you move down. We'll start here. Why don't you come a little closer? Okay. So you've got these. So this way I can show. You've got these 2 correct because they're red blue, but then these 2 are wrong. So let's just move this one down to the bottom, and then move it out of the way and move this back. Now I just ask myself, where do I want to put this to walk it up? I want to put it here to walk up red, white.
Yes.
So now I just move these out of the way, move this up, and move this back. Now you want to see if you can walk up the other one. So you want to put that in position and do goodbye friend, hello friend. So you've got it on the bottom. You've got look on the bottom. You've got a red on the bottom. So where do you want to put it so you can walk it up? Yep.
Coming apart.
Okay. Okay. If it's coming apart, then stop. Then I would stop using it.
No, I'm just
Okay.
on the side.
Okay. Okay. Yep. All right. So mix it up again and make sure you can do the move. So normally we do it if you can do it 3 times, you consider understanding the move.
I need help. I don't know how to.
Okay. So you are in the position to walk it up, right?
Yeah.
If you walk this up, the
Yeah.
greens are correct, but then this is. So what you want to do is you want to push this out of the way.
Uh-huh.
Goodbye, friend.
Yeah.
Walk it up.
Oh.
And then hello, friend.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I'll show this here. So we've got the 3 reds over here. We've got 1 red on the bottom. So we want to spin this around, And we would love to just walk it up, but this would be in the way, so we move this out of the way, walk up, and move back. And then the only thing that's a little tricky is if you still have one face down on the bottom, you have to first spin it so it's face up. All right, Kayla, Lauren should be getting ready. Okay. Do you want me to do it with Lauren or with you? No. Okay. So I want to make sure everybody's able to do it. Yeah. Since at the same time, I'll give you my mixed up cube. Okay, she's ready. Excellent. All right, you look like you got it? All right, so Kayla's going to come in just 1 second. I want to make sure we have 2 more people who need to do it one more time. I will do the talking. You want to come over here so we can get you on the camera? You got it? Okay. The other thing you can do is you can actually just, if you get the reds just all face up, you can use the next series of moves I'm going to teach you. But if you can do this, this saves you a lot of time. Okay, so you've got things in the wrong spot. So what you need to do is say, okay, well look, this blue I want to put over here. So I'd move this blue down, and I would swing this up. Well, that's going to get in the way here, so I move this out of the way and swing it up.
Okay.
So now over here, this is red-white. I would just walk that up.
Yeah.
And then this one is now face down. So to get rid of the face down, I first move this, and now I move this out of the way, and then I move it back. And now I can just set up for goodbye friend, hello friend. All right. So I'll give you, I'll let you do it one more time.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, we're going to wait 1 second. I'll show some of the other cubes while we're waiting. So this is a void cube.
We have 2.
The mechanics of this is quite interesting. So, hexagon. So one of the nice things about a regular 3x3 cube is that whenever you have an odd cube, the centers are fixed. No move I do can change the relative orientation of the centers. This cube actually has centers. The problem is we can't see them. So it's possible when you're solving red, you could solve red centered around orange or something like that. And then when you try to finish solving the cube, you get to a point where you can no longer go any further because you don't have the side correct. You thought you solved the side correctly, but you didn't. It turns out even cubes other than the 2x2 are much, much harder. That's what I'm trying to say. So for a 4x4 cube, the problem is you can actually change the relative positioning of the centers. And it gives you new types of parity moves that you have to deal with. And so all the odd cubes are a little bit easier. So we have a 2x2 mirror cube.
What about this one, Daddy?
Yeah, they started creating very strange shapes. So if you really want challenges, we haven't figured out how to do this one yet. I think we've gotten one side. That's the best we've been able to do.
We've gotten many sides on here. Wait, which one is it again?
This one, I think we've done one side. Yeah. Well, all right. So you got to get one last one up. Is it face down?
Yes, over here.
Okay, so where do you want to put it to walk up?
Daddy, this is
So wait just 1 second.
from when
So is it already positioned to walk up? So what do you have to do before you walk up? You have to do goodbye friend, walk up, hello friend. All right, we're now ready for the next move. Yeah, yep, that's right. Once you have, I think once you can do the 6x6, there's no new moves you have to learn for the 7x7. You have to learn a couple of moves to fix the edges on the 4x4, and then on the 5x5, 6x6, you learn a little bit to fix the centers. But once you get to the 7x7, it's no longer new moves. It's just repeating the same moves again and again. So once you do the 3x3, you can almost do all the cubes. All right, so we're going to show you this move called up, left, down, right. So let's watch doll Lauren. So here, Lauren goes up, left, down, right. Does she return to where she started? Yeah, let's do it one more time. Up, left, down, right. Does she return to where she started? The reason is walking is commutative. A Rubik's Cube is a non-commutative group. And so if you do a sequence of moves up, left, down, right, it's not going to return you to where you start. I'm sorry? You can put it down now. So I'm going to take this nice cube that Kayla, didn't quite put things in the right spot, but that's okay. All right, so here is a nice cube. where we have the reds correct. So the reds are correct. So we've got the 4 reds correct and then the right spots. The bottom is not correct. We have 2 oranges correct and we have 2 that are not. So the up, left, down, right move is going to have all the oranges facing down together. So the way we do this is the following. I hope everybody here is right-handed. I'm going to hold the cube with my left thumb in the front and my next finger right behind on those 2 squares. And I'm going to hold it tight. No matter what I do, whenever I need to launch, I'm always launching from the bottom right. Why do you think I always launch from the bottom right?
You're righty.
Nope. Although that does help. The reason I like to always launch from the bottom right is I don't have to remember, okay, now on this one do I launch from the right and on this one do I launch from the left. If I always launch from the right spot, from the same spot, it makes it a lot easier. I just have to remember launch. The most difficult part on this is not to accidentally turn the top. So what we're going to do is a move called up, left, down, right. This is up, and not surprisingly, this is down. This is left, and in the shocker, this is right. So if I do up, down, left, right, there's no change. But if I do up, left, down, right, there's going to be a change. As we go through things, we're going to screw up the top. That's a problem for future self. Okay? Current self shouldn't worry about that. Leave that to future self. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep doing up, left, down, right until I get an orange on the bottom right square. And then as soon as I get that, I'm going to turn the bottom a quarter and keep the top fixed. So I start off with an orange on the bottom right, so there's nothing to do. So I turn the bottom a quarter. I start off with an orange, oh, nothing to do. I turn the bottom a quarter and I put my hand back, not an orange. Up, left, down, right. A lot of people confuse left and right, not an orange, so I do it again. Up, left, down, right, not an orange. Up, left, down, right, not an orange. Up, left, down, right, it's an orange. So we now have another orange on the bottom at the cost of screwing up the top. All right, well, we'll worry about that later. Now we turn the bottom a quarter and then put our hand back. And now we do up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right. And notice the bottom is now all orange and the top has been restored. So the sequence of moves, not only does it fix the bottom, but it also restores the top to where it was. Now, I lucked out in this in that the bottom was essentially all solved. I just have to twist it once or twice. Normally, you're not going to be that lucky. So let's try to do it now and just try to get all the reds solved and then get all the oranges on the bottom. And if you do that, then just mix up again and try again. So for here, we've got 2 oranges that are correct. And so I'm going to hold it here. I'm going to go up, left, down, right. Not an orange. Up, left, down, right. Not an orange. Up, left, down, right. Not an orange. Up, left, down, right. Orange. So now I turn the bottom a quarter. That's an orange, so no need to do anything. Turn the bottom a quarter. Not an orange. Up, left, down, right. Up, left, down, right. How's it going?
I solved the top, but
Well, your top is not solved.
yeah, I didn't solve the top. I
Okay.
messed up.
If you want, I'm going to just do the top to save you some time.
Yeah.
And so, okay. So you ready to do up, left, down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can, yeah, solve that one. So Kim will try to solve the void cube. Okay. All right, so Kim will solve the void cube. I'll try to get some steps, and I'll just walk around and see how the audience is doing. So did you get the red first, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the red.
Okay. So this one's in the wrong spot, but you have one down below, so maybe you can walk that one into position. Where do you want that one to go? So that's red, blue, and what's the other color? Yellow. So where do you think that one wants to go? Oh, so in fact, okay, you don't have any ones, you don't have 2 things that are correct up top yet.
Right.
So what you might want to do is say, well, okay, this is a green, white. I've got a white over here, so let's move this one down to the bottom and then figure out where to spin it. So now where do you want to spin it so you can put it next to this piece?
Next.
Well, see, this is green, white,
Yeah, so
red.
I want it here.
Yeah, so how should you move it on the bottom so you can walk it up? Exactly. And now you'd love to walk it up, but if you walk it up, this piece is going to move out of the, so what do? So goodbye, friend. Walk up. Hello, friend. Now you've got those two, and now you've got a green, red over here. Where do you want to put green, red?
Green, red, here.
Yep. So now how do you do it? Perfect. Then you want to walk it up. So goodbye, friend. Walk up. Hello, friend. Now you've got 3 out of 4. Now where's the last one? So now that's the hard one because you've got to now flip it. Good. Yep. And now if you turn this whole front piece, do you see now how it's now face up? Now you just move it out of the line of fire, and then you move it back, and now you walk it up. So it takes a while. The more times you practice, the faster it gets. I think they have an advantage because their hands are smaller.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
I'm just jealous that you lose to us.
I think it's just, I think you guys had a better teacher. Nothing against my teachers,
Daddy, stop bragging about yourself.
but.
You always
All right, so are you able to do the up, left, down, right? You're comfortable with that move? Excellent. And so if you had just gotten the 4 reds on top but not all face up, you could do up, left, down, right to have all the reds face up. You'd screw up the bottom, but you haven't solved the bottom yet, so it's not a big deal. But then you would have to figure out how to then put them in the right position. We have a move for that. So you look like you're taking way too long for this move.
Okay.
Okay. And your hands keep moving, so I'm not sure if you're correct, but so. Okay, I'm gonna come in and help because you've twisted it so many times. I'm just worried that you don't have it right now. So let's see. Okay. So let me just show you. So you've got all the reds correct.
Yes.
I'm going to hold it tight here. And I see this is not an orange. So I'm going to go up, left, down, right. Not an orange. Up, left, down, right. Orange. Twist it. Not an orange. Up, left, down, right. Not an orange. Up, left, down, right. Orange. Twist it and then move my hand back. Orange. Twist it. Up, left, down, right. Up, left, down, right. So I'll just quickly mix this up for you. Okay. So we see how you hold your hands. Yep. Yep. Good. Up, left, down, right. Good. Up, left, down, right. Well, no, don't. That's the biggest mistake is to twist the cube, right? You twist the bottom. There you go. Okay?
Wait.
Yeah.
Twist it.
And twist it again. Yep. Up, left, down, right. How's it going over there?
When you say don't twist the cube, you mean because I think I screwed up. I screwed up the first time.
Okay.
But now I solved. I got.
All right. So let me put red back.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So we got. So what you want to do, so hold it like this. Okay. Is you want to hold it with your
Yeah.
like this, and then I look not orange. Up, left, down, right.
Yeah.
Up, left, down, right. Nope. Up, left, down, right. Up, left, down, right.
Yeah.
Now I've got an orange in the corner.
Yeah.
So now what I do is I twist the bottom a quarter and I don't change the top.
Okay.
And then I move my hand right back. Go up, left, down, right. Up, left, down, right.
Okay.
Up, left, down, right. Up, left, down, right. So I'm going to just set up so that you can do it one more time. Okay. You comfortable with the move? Okay. Comfortable with the move? And as I was saying earlier, if you don't remember how to do the goodbye friend, hello friend to get the top. If you can do up, left, down, right, as long as you get the 4 reds on the top half, you can then use this to have all the 4 reds pointing in the right direction. Okay, we're almost ready to start the next move. How's it going over here, Cam? The sad thing is Cam can probably beat me on the mirror cube with me on the regular cube. All right, you good? All right, we are now ready for the hardest step. All right, this is the long one. It's up, left, down, up, right, down, up, left, down, up, right, down, up, left, down, up, right, down. You figured there had to be something complicated at some point. And we also have spins. Well, if we didn't have spins, it would clearly be stupid, because a down and an up would cancel, the left and the right would cancel, and everything would cancel away. So the spin is what makes it non-trivial. The way I like to phrase this when I'm teaching mathematicians, and not 5 and 6-year-olds, is that what this does is it swaps 2 corner pieces, or well, they're all corner pieces on one. It swaps 2 pieces on the bottom. This swaps them with, we'll say, a +1 orientation. This swaps them with a -1 orientation. So remember how when we were doing the up, left, down, right, I told you that it's going to screw up the top and that's going to be a problem for future self? Now, you should really be concerned about your future self, and you don't really want to leave all these problems for future self. Fortunately for up, left, down, right, there was no issue. For this, if you do this, you will leave yourself enormous trouble. But what's nice is what's +1 - 1? 0. So the net effect is to leave the top unchanged, as long as you can do each one of these. So what this means is that when we do things on the bottom, we have to do an even number of corner exchanges, of corner flips. How many corner pieces could be correct? What are the possible numbers? So let's give the students a chance. Give me the easiest number that could be correct on the bottom. Out of the 4 corners, how many could be correct? 4, right? If you can't have 4, wow, nicely done, Cam. If you can't have 4 corners correct on the bottom, then the cube can't be solved. So you could have 4 corners correct. Is it possible to have 3 corners correct? Kayla's giving a hint. Is it possible to have 3 corners correct? Exactly 3 corners correct. And 1 corner wrong. What would it mean if you had 3 corners correct and 1 corner wrong?
It means that 1 corner, because if you do it twice, that 1 corner is just going to keep on moving.
Well, what I'm saying, let's think about it. Why is it not possible to have exactly 3 corners right?
Because it basically mean that the colors would be flipped from how they're fixed. So because we have the orange on the bottom
Right.
by default,
Right.
and everything else is correct, it would be
Exactly. And so physically, it's the pigeonhole principle in some sense. If 3 of them have been shoved into the correct spot, there's 1 corner left and only 1 position to put it in. So the 4th would have, you don't have to worry about what do I do if exactly 3 are right on the bottom. It turns out it's also possible to have exactly 2 right on the bottom. And so here on this one, I have exactly 2 right, the 2 blues. I want to keep it like this. Okay? It's possible to have exactly 1 right. I can twist it a little bit. And it's possible to have none right. So the problem is, if I have exactly 2 right, that's the one situation we can't do. Because if I have exactly 2 right, I want to switch these 2 pieces. What should we do if we have exactly 2 right? I know, but you give the students a chance. Well, give them a minute, okay? What's the simplest thing we could do if we have exactly 2 right on the bottom? What's a really simple move we can do on the bottom that's not going to affect all 4 oranges still being correct? the simplest move you can do to the bottom that's not going to affect the 4 oranges being correct. I've got 2 right on the bottom. I don't want to have 2 right. What could I do? Okay, say it out loud. Just twist the bottom, right? If I have exactly 2 right, if I twist the bottom once, I now have 1 right. I always like to have my 1 right in the bottom left corner. And then what I want to do is I want to switch a corner piece to be the bottom right. These 2 will then be correct. Once these 2 are correct, I'll then move these out of the way and I'll switch the other 2. All right, so this is the complicated one. So I've got now the bottom, I've got green, white over here. I want a green piece here. Okay? It turns out for this one, the green, other green, is behind the corner. So I'm going to want to switch the one behind it with the one next to it. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to do up, left, down, spin, up, right, down, spin, up, left, down. And how much do I spin? I spin so this piece comes to here. I want to switch this one with the one here, so I have to spin to move this piece to launch. You are only allowed to launch from here. This is your Cape Canaveral. All launches must start here. So what should I do? I go up, left, down. I want to switch with the one in back, so I've got to make sure I don't switch the top. I move the bottom twice, and I go up, right, down. And now I have to figure out how much do I spin. If you look at the bottom, you see the bottom has 3 oranges and a yellow. You might remember from Sesame Street, the song or the game, one of these objects is not like the other. One of these objects just doesn't belong. This is the one that doesn't belong, and that tells you what to spin. Spin the one that's a different color to the launch position, and now do up, left, down. And now if you look, the top is screwed. That's a problem for future self. But now the bottom, I still have all 4 oranges, and I have the 2 greens next to each other. So these 2 are now correct. So I want to switch the 2 behind. So what I do is I now move these out of the way, and now I want to switch these 2 ones. So now I'm going to go up, right, down. Then I want it to switch with this one, so I now have to move that one to launch. And I go up, left, down. And now play Sesame Street again. Now I go up, right, down. And now we're at a position where we only have to do 1 small spin. This is not so bad. I leave this as an exercise to the reader. Okay? So try to do up, left, down, up, right, down. Cam and Kayla, can you come and watch them? There's 3 of us and 3 of them, so if we all watch, you can try to see if they make mistakes. No? Such useful students. Okay. All right, so how many do you have correct? So you have none. Okay? Wait a minute. But if you, what should you do to your cube right? Yeah. So if you do that, your cube is solved, right? So let me give you a cube right now that has exactly 2 solved. What should you do to a cube that has exactly 2 solved? Here, Kim, mix up just the bottom of this, okay? So what have you done on the bottom so far? Well, so you've got the red solved, you've got all the orange face down, but you have exactly 2 right. We don't want exactly 2 right. So what should we do? Yeah, so now how many right do you have? Well, let's look. So here, let's come over here so we can show. Let's look and see how many right we have. So why don't you come a little closer? So the reds are all correct. I've got yellow, green into yellow, green. So this one is correct. This one is, okay, thanks. This one is wrong because it's yellow into white and blue into green. This one is wrong because it's blue into yellow, white into blue. And this one is, so you only have 1 correct. So this one is the one that's correct. So you want to put yellow over here, and you want to switch this one with this one. Do you want me to do the move once for you? And then, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it like this, and I want to switch the yellow with this one here. So I'm going to go up, left, down. And I wanted to switch this, so I move this to launch position. Up, right, down. And now I play Sesame Street. I have to move this over 1. And now I do up, left, down. And now I see I have these 2 yellows correct. So I move this out of the way, and I want to switch these 2. And before I did left, right, left, now I do in the opposite order. Now I do right, left, right. So now I go up, right, down, spin, because I want to switch with the one behind it, up, left, down, spin, Sesame Street, up, left, down. And Kim, do you have one set up? Perfect.
They're the exact same.
Okay. So we'll give you this one. Kim, can you watch her and make sure she can do it?
I
Okay,
did
good.
the
Kim,
exact
can you go watch her, please? Thank you. All right, how's it come? Okay, thank you. How's it coming over
I
here?
messed up the orange.
I'm sorry?
I messed up the orange.
All right, let me fix the orange for you because you know how to do the orange, right?
Yeah.
Kayla, it would be nice if you could help. We have 3 students and 3 professors. It would be nice if you could help, Kayla. You signed Tom's name today. You're as much of a professor as Tom. Okay.
So I want to check the greens.
So let's see. How many white do you have right now?
Uh, two.
2. And that's the one thing you can't handle, right?
Yeah.
So what we need to do is we need to twist it. So if I twist it like this, now you have none that are correct. Okay?
Okay.
What you can notice is these 2 are blues. You
Yeah.
want to switch these 2. And then you want to switch these 2.
Okay.
So do you want me to show you once and then you do it
Yeah.
next time? So I want to switch these 2. So I'm going to hold this tight. And I'm going to go up, left, down. I want to switch with what was behind. So I twist it.
Wait, how do you know that you spin only once? In that.
Well, because I want to switch it with the one behind it. So I go up, right, down.
Oh, okay.
And then Sesame Street, I put into launch position.
Yeah.
Up, left, down. And see how these 2 blues are correct?
Yeah.
I now move them out of the way. And now I want to switch these 2.
Yep.
So I want to switch this one with the one behind it.
Yeah.
So before I did left, right, left,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to do right, left, right.
Yeah.
So I want to switch this with this one. So I go, notice that this one's not going to move. I go up, left, down. It's still where it was.
Yeah.
Now, oh, sorry, up. So I want it to go up, right, down. So
Up, right,
up,
down.
right, down. And I want to switch this with the behind. So I go here. I go up, left, down. Then Sesame Street, up, left, down.
Okay.
Okay. So now, how many white do you have?
I think also 2.
Okay, which 2 are correct?
This one and this one.
Well, no, your whole top is correct, right? It's
oh,
how many on the bottom are correct. How many on the bottom are correct?
None.
None. Keep looking. So which ones are correct on the bottom?
We're just considering.
So this is red, white, blue. This should be a white, blue, orange. Is this white, blue, orange?
No.
So this one's wrong.
Yeah.
This one is green, white.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
This one should be green, yellow. This one should be yellow, blue.
Okay, so
This
blue-
piece is correct.
Yeah.
You have 1 right and 3 wrong.
Yeah.
So I want to put a blue here.
Yeah.
The blue is the one double back over there.
Okay.
So you want to switch this one
So I
with
want
it.
to
So you're going to always hold it so that the one that's correct, you start here.
Okay.
You're going to switch that with this. So show me how you hold it. And now let's do the switch. So let's do up, left, down, up, left, down. Now you have to do double move to this move corner to launch position. No, you turn. Okay, turn the bottom. Okay, turn the bottom twice.
turn the bottom twice.
Yep, never turn the top. Turn the bottom twice. Once. So now it's in launch position.
Okay.
Now you do up, right, down. And now place Sesame Street on the bottom. So you have to turn the bottom twice. And now do up, left, down. Now you notice these 2 are correct,
Yeah.
and then the 2 ones behind are wrong. So now we move these 2 out of the way,
Mhm.
and now we're going to switch those 2. So now we do up, right, down. And how much do we turn the bottom?
Twice.
No, once. Once. We're not doing so, because you want to switch this with that one. So you turn it once, because we were switching those 2 pieces. And now we do up, left, down, and then Sesame Street, up, right, down. So let me set it up for you one more time.
Okay.
How are things going over there? Kim, can you help? Okay, so
Why can't Kayla?
I know Kayla. Kayla, it would be really nice if you could help people.
So all of them are wrong.
So all of them are wrong.
All of them
So which ones do you want? Kim, don't erase. Don't erase things. Don't erase things, Kim. So there's 3 of us, there's 3 students. If you could go choose a student, Kayla. Okay, Cameron, if you could stop drawing and go choose a student. Right? So how many are wrong?
All
Alright, so maybe you can twist it a little bit and get 1 right.
So I got through the first half.
Alright, so that has 2 right. You don't want 2 right.
Yeah.
So twist it once. How many are right now?
One.
1. So you want, so go hold it. So which one do you, where's the yellow that you want to put here?
The yellow is over here.
Okay, so you want to switch that one with this one. So let's see. So go
So up,
up,
left,
down,
and then spin.
spin the bottom. How much?
Just one.
Just one.
rotation.
Yep, 1 rotation, and then up, right, down,
And
and now Sesame Street. So you just have to move the ball. You want to do Sesame Street now, right? Just move that piece to the launch position. Always launch from the same spot. And now you do up, left, down. So now these 2 are correct. Now what do you do now that they're correct?
But weren't they correct before when all?
Nope, nope. They
No, because
because they've got to be the
Yeah,
right
yeah,
spot.
okay.
So these 2 are correct. So now what do we do?
So these.
Don't never lose your orientation.
Okay.
You move these out of the line of fire,
Okay.
and then you switch the other 2. Now what do? We do up, right, down, and then and then how much do we move the bottom?
And we want to switch it with.
I think you want to switch this one with that.
Okay, so we do
You move it,
like this
yep, and then we do up,
because.
left, down, and now you do Sesame Street, and then you do
Up, right.
up, right, down.
Down.
And you got it.
Okay.
Then you've got it.
So is the amount you